All right, so we're back with my man Dennis Reed Jr., the gospel great of Charlotte, North Carolina. So I was asking you, I was curious to know, let's talk about that Charlotte music scene, man. How's it going down there?
Listen, I'm telling you right now, Charlotte, you cannot sleep on cannot sleep on Charlotte. Okay. Right. Now, first of all, before I even tell you what's going on right now, just understand we got, the great John P. Key lives in Charlotte. Donald Lawrence hails from Charlotte and Gastonia. You know what I'm saying? Even outside of we got Fantasia. We got KC. You know what I'm saying? We have Luke West from J. Cole's label. We got Da Baby. And we got Dennis Reed, So, Charlotte, I say all that to say, in all seriousness, Charlotte is a land of opportunity, and we never had a shortage of talent. We've never had a shortage of gifted singers. So right now, a lot of great things happening for Charlotte. Not only is the city growing exponentially, we're a banking city, but also, we're seeing, like right now, I've been working with the producers of Delilah, which is one of Oprah's new TV shows that actually is being filmed in Charlotte, North Carolina. Wow. Nice, so we're seeing more and more of those type of opportunities. Now, the one opportunity that I'm so glad that did not work out for Charlotte was the RNC, the Republican National Convention.
Well, I didn't want to go there, but being that she brought it up, I didn't want to go there. But I'm with you on that one. I'm absolutely there with you. Yeah.
We was side-eyeing our mayor for just a minute. We was like, why? Why?
Yeah. Because I go to Charlotte a lot. I'm down there quite often.
Yeah. So what do you think of the music scene in Charlotte?
The music scene in Charlotte, I when I go down there, I stay in the uptown area. This tallest building you have down there called the View.
Yeah, the View and Bank of America.
The tallest residential building. Yeah. That's why I usually go down and hang out. But I like the music scene of Charlotte. I think Charlotte reminds me of a little New York. Yeah, it's a smaller version of New York, but it has a lot of great people. Yeah, the food is incredible.
Absolutely,
the talent is incredible, and it's just continuing to grow. And I think it's going to be on that level where because I'm a New Yorker, so you guys are there. In my opinion, you guys are already there.
I appreciate that, man. And what's so crazy is we have so many New Yorkers that are relocating here. So that's been great for the city, and that also for me that's been great. For the art scene, for the creative scene, because they're bringing that New York vibe to Charlotte. And, I'm a little thing about Charlotte. I told you that I grew up kind of sort of in my black church bubble. But, up until my 20s, I was just solely focused in my, like I said, my church circuit or whatever. Sure. But I made friends with a dude who played bass for a rock band here in Charlotte. Their name was Paper Tongues, and they were signed to Randy Jackson's label at the time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he's a Dominican dude, whatever, playing bass. I mean, doing the crowd surfing. The crowd was going crazy. But when I began to diversify my social environment, I was opened up to a whole nother world within Charlotte. Because up until that point, I was not hanging out with the hipsters. I was not hanging out with the skateboarders. So I didn't know exactly that culture. But again, diversifying who I hang around, I started learning even more new things about the city. And that's only worked for my advantage when it comes to music. So,
and you're going to have that New York slang soon, man.
Yeah. And side note, he was from New York too.
Right.
So
that's so funny, man. So many people are headed to Charlotte, like you said. I like I said, I love the city of Charlotte. I'm in Virginia. I'm right outside of DC.
Yeah.
I love what Charlotte has to offer on a musical level, which is really cool. And that brings me to, I know you have a group. It's Dennis Reed and the Gap.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that group.
Man, first of all, I got so many groups. I know that some people might be confused with all that I got going on.
Right.
But I'll tell you this: Dennis Reed and Gap was a group that I started, a gospel ensemble that I started back when I was in my mid-20s. I was in college. I think I might have actually started before college, but you know, composed of some of the greatest singers that our city has to offer. And honestly, I would say, you know, I'm gonna be biased, but they're some of the most talented and gifted singers that I know.
There you go.
And a lot of them just so happen to be literally related to me or like my best friends.
Right. And that's the way it should be, because you build that relationship. Exactly. It's really important when you're working from a musical standpoint to have people that are, if not family, close to being family.
Listen,
because you know you can bounce off of each other. Everything works well. I'm good. You good. You know when my note is off. I know when your note is off, or whatever it is. And that's what's really important. Yeah,
and that's what's really important. We've been singing together, performing together for over 25 years now.
Oh, wow.
Now, because some of them are actually related, I don't know if people know this, but the blend between family members can be incredible sometimes. Right. And we just so happen to have a few family members that are actually related. And so, honestly, when I first started Gap, my whole vision, my whole outlook, my whole goal, hey, if I can be the next Donald Lawrence, or if I could be the next Kirk Franklin, or the next Ty Tribbett, that is where I saw myself. But the strangest thing happened, bro. God allowed some of the things that I thought would take my whole life, like to accomplish. I started accomplishing them earlier than I thought. And then a lot of the people who I consider my mentors, God started bringing them into my life. So now that causes you to dream bigger than just that environment or just that project. You know what I'm saying?
He got a plan for you, man. I mean, you know, sometimes I'm a little bit older than you are, but in life, sometimes what we think is the right thing is not the right thing. Bro. Sometimes we need to get out our own way.
Yeah.
And let God do what he does, because he will open up doors for you. He will make, as my mom used to always say, he will make the impossible possible. And when you think things are not going to work, when you think the world is getting ready to cave in on you and the world is closing in on you, guess what? He just waves his hand, man, and all of a sudden everything goes away, because he's going to put you where he wants you to be. You see? He's going to put you there. I see you, as you said, Ty Tribbett. Ty Tribbett used to live right next door to me in South Jersey. And
for real? Wow.
Yeah, he lived next door to me.
I know it was loud over there. It was loud over there. They had to be
and you remind me of, and personally, and I'm not just saying this because I like your work. I'm saying this because it's the truth. I see you as a Ty Tribbett. I see you as somebody that's going to be even bigger. I see you as somebody that's going to explode in many different things.
Wow.
You don't know this, but I'm already telling you, and I'm telling you this on this podcast, that God has a big plan for you, brother. If you just be patient and sit tight, you're going to ask yourself, what happened? How did this happen so fast?
Bro,
tell me.
I feel you, and I receive all of that, and I really appreciate that compliment.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you're a great guy, man. I mean, your music is incredible. We got to talk about who was your musical influence?
I have a few musical influences. So,
okay.
My godfather, Ron Gilliam, Pastor Ron Gilliam, was the dude who he taught me how to teach choirs, train vocalists. So that's one. And he was the one who kind of first started teaching me how to play piano. That's one. Okay. Two, like I already said, Donald Lawrence, especially in the gospel arena, like really studying his work, how he does vocal arranging. And even after learning, you know, that he didn't even start just by doing Tri-City. I mean, he started by vocal coaching In Vogue and Stephanie Mills, and even influenced Lady Gaga to start writing her own songs. So Donald, Cedric Thompson, who also works hand in hand with Donald, but Grammy Award winning producer. And we've done some things together. He's one of my mentors for real. Okay. And then look, growing up, I'm gonna show y'all something. My greatest influence, especially childhood hero, was Michael Jackson.
Here we go.
Like, I'm gonna tell you,
you got to tap.
You know, after my dog died,
there you go.
After my dog died, I had to get tatted up. So it was weird because my influences was Michael Jackson, Donald Lawrence, and Kirk Franklin. It was weird.
That's good.
Weird combo.
hey, listen, it's music is global.
Yeah, man.
And I hate to categorize music, but music is music, and however or whoever you've come across in your musical journey,
thank you.
It's only going to get bigger and better for you. I got to ask you. Well, I know about the song, and I heard the song, a long time ago, and I'd like to talk about Necessary.
Oh,
now, first I want to know. I know the story, but I want you to tell the story. How did you meet Fantasia, and how did you come about working on the song Necessary with Fantasia?
Okay, so the short version of this is
right.
my very first time working with Fantasia was she had just released her record Lose to Win.
Yes.
And that was a big smash hit for her. So her team had been, when she was releasing the record, they surprised her with album release parties in different cities.
Right.
And so, but the surprise was that they had musical guests at each of these, release parties that even she didn't know about.
Right.
Well, her stylist contacted me, was like, hey, we're going to be doing a release party, and we want to surprise Fantasia with a tribute performance, So he calls me. We literally have a day to prepare. Wow. As soon as he called me, I called E. Will. And for those who don't know, E. Will is now a pastor, but he's also an amazing MD. Life Turning Point Ministries. Yes. Yeah. But outside of that, he's an amazing musician, producer, music director. Yes, so I called E. Will. I said, hey, bro, we got to do something for Fantasia. Can you pull together a band? Boom. We do the night. It's crazy. Let me just say something about this night, though.
Okay.
It was packed to capacity in this club. Right. Now, I have done this musical arrangements. I'm going through some of her greatest hits, obviously, with my gospel group at the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but like part of my gospel group, I have a girl on there who actually was a finalist on American Idol. So I have her singing to her. So they're having an American Idol moment. All of this, boom. D.Harris, who's the stylist, has arranged has arranged, oh my God, her name just slipped my mouth. Please. Oh, okay. Gospel singer, famous gospel singer. She's now deceased, but she was the one who sung, Oh Lord, how excellent is thy name. Okay. Gosh, sings in the rafters. It's going to come to me in just a minute. Yep. But I say that to say, she sings that song. I look out into the audience. Everybody is lit, drinking their drinks and singing and worshiping God with their drinks in their hand. Like, especially,
you gotta love it. Yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
I was like, wow, I feel at home. Right. But so from that moment, that was my first time, first impression. 2 years later, E. Will becomes the music director for Fantasia, and they're preparing for tour. And then he calls me and says, hey, I gotta worry about the band. I need your help. Can you do the vocal stuff? Right. So look how that works, people. It's like when you build those relationships with people, it's not like one for one, but it literally is a network of friends, of creatives. So I put him on, and then he turned around and put me back on. So that's how I initially wound up working with Fantasia. Now, the crazy, again, this sounds like the long version, but what then happened is I worked with them for a few weeks, for the vocalist, working with her, auditioning people,